Welcome everyone to the Fact TV live stream. I'm Jeb Amir, joined by my friend Mac Ross, and today we have the matchup between the Bells Falls Terriers at 7-3, taking on the Green Mountain Chieftains at 8-4.
Now the Terriers' last game, they fell to Rivendell by a score of 48-58, and in Green Mountain's last game, they defeated they defeated Leland Gray 65-41. It should be a good game, as the first time these two teams meet, Bells Falls took it 42-33, and they're both teams' second game of the season in the Green Mountain tournament.
All right, well, looks like both teams are getting ready to go. Owen LaRosse and Evan Mosier go off for the tip-off. Winning is LaRosse, giving it to Covino. Covino kicking it to Terry to the corner. Down low is LaRosse. No good. And fighting for the rebound is Reed Herkowitz, and he'll fall on it. It'll be a jump ball, and it'll be Chieftain's ball.
LaRosse had a huge game against Rivendell. He scored half the team's point with 21 points and another 15 boards. He had 14 of those 21 in the first half. He had a double-double, I think, right halfway through the first half.
Yes, most definitely. As Brandon Rowe shoots a three ball in the corner, no good. Fighting for the rebound as it goes full court, and falling on is Jackson Goodell. He'll have the ball, look for LaRosse again. LaRosse down low, will get blocked by Evan Mosier, go back up for it, and he'll be fouled.
Good work by LaRosse.
Yep. Owen is a rebounding machine, standing at 6'7". He is a tough body to stop, but Mosier did a great job in their last ball game. Let's see if he can hold LaRosse short again, as LaRosse shooting his first free throw of the night. Bang! Free throw is good, and that is the first point of the ball game. Ross hits it. Players to watch tonight, most definitely, is for the Chieftains is number 34, Everett Mosier, a senior. He's a very good point guard, a good disher, and a good finisher. It should be fun to watch as LaRosse hits his second free throw. Now 2-0 Terriers. Kagan Hans bringing up the court. Finding Mosier. Mosier to Rose. Rose looking. Finds Mosier back in the corner. Mosier looking. Gets a good screen. Finds it back to Rose up top. Back to Evan Mosier. Mosier back to Rose. Rose looking. Gets a good screen. Finds Hans. Hans looking. Finds Mosier. Back to Hans. Gets another screen. Terry's playing great defense on the perimeter. Mosier finding Herkowitz. Back to Evan Mosier. Terry's doing a great job not giving them any looks. Mosier down low, going up for it. And it looks like he'll be hit on the arm, and he'll go to the line shooting two.
Foul on LaRosse.
Evan Mosier, a very physical player. That's going to be a thing to watch for people at home. The brothers, Everett Mosier and Evan Mosier, two very good players.
Very good athletes, both phenomenal soccer players. Everett, scored his 100th goal this year, which is, I think he's the 6th player in Vermont to ever score 100 goals in a playing career, which is impressive. And Green Mountain lost in the state championship for soccer.
All right, well, Terriers bring it back up the floor. Now 2-2 as Mosier hits both of his free throws. John Terry with the ball. Everett Mosier guarding as he tries to kick down low to Goodell. He'll be off the hands of the Chieftains, and it'll stay Terry possession. One thing the Chieftains are very much well known for, as they won their state championship last year in Division III, is their great beyond the arc shooting. I mean, they're a lethal three-point shooting team every year. And it looks like they still have a lot of their players from last year. They lost a couple key players, Sawyer Pippin, Ty Merrill, as well as Jack Boyle, the standout. But this is still a very good team. As we said, they're standing at 8-4. Both teams have very close records, and it should be a good game to watch as Terry's inbound it, finding Terry in the corner. Terry finding Covino, and stolen. Good steal by Reed Herkowitz, and a poor pass by Herc, and it'll be out of bounds.
Now last year on Green Mountain's state championship run, their only loss came to this Terriers team, who defeated them at home right before the playoffs, where Green Mountain obviously improved from that and went on to win states.
So like I said, anything can happen tonight. Both teams very good, very solid in their division. As Nystrom get a good kick to Covino on the corner. Three balls up, and Drano. Jack Covino, Tony toe tap, hitting his first three of the ball game as the Terriers almost getting a steal, but it'll be out of bounds. Stay Terriers ball. Tony, he can be lights out.
Yes, he can.
When he's shooting that three ball, but the thing he's known for the most is his dishes. He is a very
phenomenal,
solid disher as a point guard, and he's fun to watch. Reed Herkowitz with the ball. Finding Brandon Rose. Rose looking to Mosier. Mosier looking. Good drive. Pump. Pulls it. No good. Rebounded Nystrom. Nystrom driving up the floor fast as he finds Jackson Goodell. Jackson Goodell, good pump fake.
Good
goes
move.
up with it. No good, and rebounded by Evan Mosier. Yeah, good moves by Goodell. Just could not finish. As Mosier giving up to Rose. Rose doing what he does best, shooting the 3-ball and air. As Everett Mosier goes up for it. Denied by Owen LaRosse. He says, not today. And Big O starting to have another good ball game as he has probably 3 boards already.
Yes.
There's a block and a bucket. Taking hands with the ball, a little bit of a crossover as he finds Herkowitz in the corner. Has
Good
nothing
steal.
and a good steal by Tony. Fighting for is him and Everett Mosier. And looks like it'll be a foul on Mosier on the floor. That'll be the Chieftains first.
Now, my co-host Jeb knows all these Green Mountain boys pretty well, as he went there all the way through 8th grade and came over to the good side for the Terriers.
Yes, sir. I mean, yeah, these guys are great dudes and phenomenal players. Like I said, the Mosier brothers are going to be very interesting to watch tonight.
Again?
Another 3-ball. Tony from 3!
Way downtown.
Tony toe tap. Jack Ravino with his second 3 of the night, and it's now an 8-2 Terriers lead. As Evan Mosier finding Brandon Rose in the corner. Terriers playing great defense as well, but good fake by Hance. No good. And Jackson Goodell will fall on it, and it'll be off the hands, though, of LaRosse. And we'll go back to the Chieftains. And it looks like checking in is Elias Stoll Aliman, as we like to call him Poppy. He'll get his first minutes of the game. And let's see what happens here as he gets the ball at the top of the arc. And Mosier with it in the corner. Looking. Jack Ravino playing great defense as his Mosier kicks out the Hance. Back down low to Eben Mosier. Good take. Just could not finish, and Owen LaRosse is there for the rebound.
I believe that's LaRosse's 5th board already.
Nystrom pulling up from 3, says, why not? Splash!
Bang!
The Terriers are on from deep to start this game early. That is 11-2. Chieftains call a timeout. Their first of the ball game. Terriers starting off hot.
That's what I like to see. They struggled from downtown last game, and it's awesome to see them making those 3-pointers. They've already made 3 so far.
Yeah, when the Terriers are on it from deep, I mean, they are a tough team to stop. Not a lot of teams can beat them.
Yes.
And, yeah, they're starting off heavy with already 3 threes in this ball game. It should be a good game to watch, and it looks like we're going to have some shots from deep all game long.
Yeah, this Terriers team can get hot, and they can get hot quick, but they've been struggling to get that stroke down so far, and this is awesome to see, especially after, like I said, a struggle against Rivendell from downtown. And like anyone who knows basketball knows, a good outside game opens up the inside game for your 6'7" high tower down low.
That's 100% the truth. As both teams come back on the floor, Everett Mosier driving up the floor. Driving fast as he has a good dish to Brandon Rose. Just couldn't quite catch it as Lee Stolly Mound find Brandon Rose in the corner. 3 balls up and splash, and that's what the Chieftains does best, hitting the 3-ball, and they'll do it all game. Now it's 11-5 Terriers as John Terry goes for it. He hits it in. JT with a little bit of contact, gets it to go, and hits the Terriers with his shot. And timeout now for the Terriers, 13-5, up by 8. Yeah, but like we said, this Chieftains team hitting a 3-ball, this is what they do every season. I mean, you're not going to find many shots from them down low. They're just going to be shooting from deep.
The Chieftains and the Terriers play a very similar schedule with blowout wins against like Twin Valley and Leland and Gray. But the only difference, the Terriers beat Proctor by a heavy number, and I think the Chieftains only defeated them by 1, which I can imagine was an amazing game to watch.
For sure, as both teams, the same 5 coming back out on the floor.
Yes.
Just under 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Aliman hits the hands back to Aliman. Gives it down to Mosier.
The head coach.
And a hard pass cross court.
Yes, the head coach for the Terriers, Evan Chadwick, loves to sub and get his young players into the game, but sometimes you just got to leave your hot players in the game, and that's what he's doing now. I think he's learning a little something from last night's game.
As shooting foul will be on Hance, and Jack Cavino will find himself on the line shooting 2. I mean, Terriers start this game off playing very aggressive with the ball, driving up the floor fast, And Terrors are having a bit of trouble finding that transition. I mean, Chieftains are having a little bit of trouble finding that transition defense. As Gravino's first free throw is no good, front rim. But yeah, that's one thing the Terrors do like to do and try and do if they can, is play very fast pace and get that ball up the floor fast. As a second free throw is no good, but Big O was there doing what he does best, finding Terry. Up, no good, but there's Big O again, going up, no good. Rebounded Jack Gravino, and that is 3 offensive rebounds for the Terrors right there after that Jack Gravino missed free throw. And Nystrom has it at the top of the arc. He'll get a screen by Goodell. Looking. Good pump, finds Goodell down low. Good spin by Goodell, and the bucket is good. That is now 15-5, Terrors up by 10. And Jackson Goodell finds his first bucket of the night as Mosier cross-courts it to Mosier, his brother. And Everett will drive a good little Euro, and he'll be fouled by LaRosse, and he'll go to line for 2. It looks like we have a couple of substitutions checking in. Actually, a handful. We'll save the man for last.
Yeah.
As Mosier goes to the line. First free throw is up, and it is good. Everett Mosier getting his first bucket of the night. And checking in for the Terrors is number 24, Jake Moore, number 11, Walker James, and number 23, Barber. Patrick Barber, a good role player, as well as James and Moore.
Barber, a senior on the board.
Second free throw is no good by Mosier, and Jameson Nystrom will bring it back up the floor. Guarded by Everett Mosier. Looking to set something up here. Looking. Good crossover. Ooh, good behind the back and good hop step. The jumper is up, and it'll roll in. J-Mo getting his first bucket, actually his 5th point of the night.
He says, let me do this myself.
Yep, and he does. Good little, he has a really nice fluent jumper.
Yes, he does. His pull-up game is unmatched.
And that hop step he does is lethal.
Yes, it is.
As he gets it to go, and now the Chieftains are back with the ball. As Everett Mosier goes for the layup, almost falling in, but Terry's there for the rebound for the Terrors. They'll bring up the floor, looking. He's going to drive. It says, I'll have a piece of this. No good, gets his own rebound. He'll go back up for it, and it is good. Jonathan Terry with the bucket to go. Terrors are all over the offensive rebounds, and Chieftains need to find a way to shut that down. As Aliman kicks it to Mosier, a good take, and it'll go in, and that is Evan Mosier's second bucket of the night. That is 4 for him. As Nystrom finding James in the corner, back to Nystrom. Nystrom looking, gets a screen by Terry.
Good
Tries to kick it to Barber, gets it to Barber, and Barber's free throws or layup is up and no good.
Good work.
But James will fight for it, and it'll be a jump ball. And now checking back in the game is number 3, Reed Herkowitz.
James can fly, and he's a very strong player, very strong core. And he's not very big, but he can play with the biggest of them.
Jake Moore's pump is up and good, and that is his first bucket of the night. Now 21-8 Terriers. As Ali Mama bring it up to the floor for the Chieftains. He'll find Rose. Rose will do what he does best, hit the 3-ball, and it'll go in. And the Chieftains, that is their strong suit. Hitting that 3-ball, and that is now 2 threes for Brandon Rose. That's 6 points for him. As Barber tries to go for the pump.
Big
no
Barb.
good, and there's Jake Moore doing what he does best. He offers the putback, and the Chieftains can just not get these defensive rebounds. And Terrors are all getting all over the second chance opportunities. As Brandon Rose, good fake, finds Evan Mosier, back to Herkowitz in the corner, wide open, no good. And fighting for his Terrors driving up the floor. Walker James goes to the layup, no good. John Terry's there. And good block there by the Chieftains. And Evan Mosier will bring up the floor. Good drive. Was met by Jake Moore. And I believe it'll be a foul on Moore.
Good on the bench wanted to call, but ref says no.
Jake Moore stood there like a brick wall. That's called weight room.
Yes.
But it will be a foul on him.
That's your center, Jeb.
Yep, that is my center. I love him. As Evan Mosier goes for the line for 2. Free throw, back rims it. No good. And it looks like we'll have another substitution. A young Terry checking in, a freshman, number 30, Colby Dearborn. And now,
He's a sophomore, Jeb.
is he a sophomore? Oh, he is a sophomore.
Yes, he is.
And now checking in is number 4, Jesse Darrell, another good player for the Terriers. And checking in for the Chieftains is number 11, Tanner Swisher. And Tanner Swisher is going to be a player to watch as he grows up. He's only a freshman, but he is a solid athlete all around. And he'll be a fun player to watch. as the free throw by Edmund Mosier is good. That's now 5 for him. And Dearborn with the ball has Darryl top of the arc. Darryl looking, finds Walker James. James will drive, good layup, but that was a brick. And Jake Moore will get it, and it'll fall in. And Jake Moore is a very underrated rebounder.
Yes, he is. His 3rd rebound of the night.
As driving is Everett Mosier, a good Euro,
Coast to coast.
and it'll go in. Everett
Nice.
Mosier, good take. Chieftains only down by 9, 25-14. A good scoring first quarter for both teams.
Dearborn and Swisher I can see battling for the next 3 years. It'll be a fun matchup to watch as they grow up. They're both going to be phenomenal basketball players.
For sure, as there's a travel on the Terriers. And now checking back in is number 30, Brandon Rose, for two-turn Poppy, as he'll hit the bench. And bring it back up the floor is Tanner Swisher. He'll be at the top of the arc. And good dish to Everett Mosier. He'll drive it, and that is an easy layup. Now, actually, my apologies, down by 9 is the Chieftains. And Barber will go for the shot. No good. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Terriers leading 25-16. Both teams doing a very good job offensively. Chieftains kind of finding their shots at the end of the first quarter, but Terriers coming out hot and not letting off the gas that whole first quarter.
Now, scoring for the Terriers, Jack Covino has 2 threes, 6 points. Jamison Nystrom has a 3 and a layup a pull-up with 5 points. LaRosse has 2 points and 7 rebounds already. Goodell has 2 points. John Terry has 4, and Jake Moore has 6.
And for the Chieftains, Brandon Rose with 6, Eben Mosier 5, and Everett Mosier 3. All right, looks like Coach Chadwick is giving his team some words of encouragement, as well as head coach for the Chieftains, the longtime head coach, Brian Rapinati.
Yes. The Terriers JV team, coached by Nate Milliken, lost to the Green Mountain team by 4 points. It was a great game. I watched the last 4 or 5 minutes here waiting for this game to start. It was a great game. Cole Moore hit a crazy 30-foot pull-up jumper with about 15 seconds left to pull the game close, and Green Mountain's just able to hang on. Good block by LaRosse.
Ross says, "Get that out of here," as Mosier says, "Ouchie, wouchie," but it will stay Chieftains ball as Everett Mosier inbound, finding Eben Mosier. As Herkowitz top of the arc. Everett in the corner gets a good screen by his brother. Herkowitz finding Rose. Rose finding Mosier again to Swisher. Swisher looking and loses the ball as Goodell will feed it up the court to Nystrom, and Nystrom gets the easy layup. And that is now 27 for the Terriers as Chieftains bringing up the floor fast, trying to get a transition bucket. As Swisher dishing it to Mosier, to Rose. Good screen by Mosier as Rose will drive. The little floater is a front rim, no good. And Rose will get it back. Almost getting stolen by Nystrom, but it looks like Nystrom will find himself with a reach. And I think that is his first foul of the game. Terriers with 5 now. They do not want to find themselves in bonus.
You are right. Fouls are a huge issue for this Terriers team, as they had 3 players foul out last game, and their 3 main scorers at that.
As Everett Mosier with the ball, looking, finds Rose. Rose looking at the top of the arc, finds Herkowitz. Herkowitz to Mosier. Covino guarding. They try and drive baseline. Covino with good defense. Evan Mosier now with it. He'll try and get some post position as he finds Hans on the drive.
Blocked by
And
LaRosse.
gets stuffed by LaRosse, and John Terry bringing up the floor. Finds Covino. Covino the nice from the corner. Back to Covino. Fakes the 3. Finds LaRosse down road. Good dish to Goodell, and he'll get a good finish. Little layup underhand scoop. And that is a second bucket for Goodell, as it's now Terriers 29, Chieftains 16.
Jackson's just incredible around the rim with his hook shots and reverses. That's his specialty. He knows how to put the spin on the ball.
Most definitely. As Evan Mosier says, why not? That's a brick city, and Jamison Nystrom will get the rebound. He'll bring it up the floor. Finds Jackson Goodell. Pull-up jumper is up. No good, but there's Big O down low, and the putback is good. You just cannot stop that man when he gets post position. And how much is that for LaRosse?
LaRosse has 4 points and 8 rebounds, along with 3 blocks. I'm going to do those stats tonight.
He's looking for a double-double again, as Mosier at the free throw line finds Hans at the three-point line. Looking, finds Rose. Rose looking. Terry's just playing great defense, not allowing the Chieftains to get any open looks.
We got a very energetic bench right now, all chanting defense.
As Mosier's jumper is off the rim, no good, and it's now John Terry with the ball. Terry finds Gravino. Gravino down low to LaRosse. LaRosse going for the underhand layup. No good. And now it's Brandon Rose with the ball, giving it to Everett Mosier. Good feed to Hance in the corner. John Terry guarding. Hance says, why not? And that is off the rim, and it'll roll out of bounds. And it'll go back into the Terriers' hands. As checking in is number 5, two-turn Poppy, Elias Stoll Aliman. And he'll be subbing out. Well, he'll be subbing in for Reed Herkowitz.
You guys can notice the Terriers bench is a very energetic and loud benches. There's no students allowed in the gym. Well, they're allowed 4 fans, and there's no student section, and the gym's quiet. So the Terriers bench really tries to keep the team.
Bang! Splash! John Terry with a good 3-ball. He's been very good the past couple of games with his shooting percentage from deep.
Yes.
And John Terry finds himself with another bucket.
7 points.
Mosier with the ball. Giving it to Hance. Hance looking, finding Rose. Rose says, I'll shoot another 3-ball. And it is good.
Dang.
Brandon Rose has been lights out from 3. And that's what he's known for. And that was another 3-ball for Brandon Rose, almost with 9 points.
I think that is his third.
Yep,
3.
and that was 9 for him.
Oh.
Tony almost getting his third 3, but there's Big O down
my
low.
goodness.
Getting it, but there's John Terry, and the putback is up and good. Terry's just being monsters down low. They're up by 17 right now. 36-19 the score.
Terry's got 9 points, and the Ross has 9 boards.
And Chieftains just have to find a way to stop the Terriers with these second chance looks. And Jamison Nystrom will get the steal. He'll bring up the floor. Looking, driving, layup is up, no good. But yeah, he'll be hit on the arm. That'll be on Eben Mosier. That's either his, I believe, his second or third foul. And Nystrom will go onto the line, shooting 2. And I can see him coming in. We have a wet water player.
Oh,
yes,
wet
yes,
water?
we will see him incoming.
Little wet water pistol action.
As Nystrom's first free throw's up. No good. And we have our substitutions. Checking in, number 14 for the Chieftains, Caleb Marrow. And checking in for the Terriers, you know him best, number 13, Wet Water Camel. Peter Camel. He's also a very good role player. Nystrom's second free throw's up, no good. And there's Jonathan Terry with another rebound. And he'll be fouled on the arm. Actually, he will not be fouled on the arm. That was not a shooting foul. And it'll stay Terriers' ball.
There's wet water.
Gravino finding Terry. Terry back to Gravino, getting a
great
good
play.
screen. 3-ball. This could be his third. No. And it'll be rebounded by Aliman. Still bringing it up the floor. TTP.
Jack's 2 for 4 from 3 right now, but all of his shots have either gone in or hit rim. Back rim, I should say.
Everett Mosier finding Kagan Hance. Hance to Marrow. Marrow looking, finding Mosier. Everett Mosier. Finding Aliman. Back to Marrow. Marrow to Hance. Hance down low to Eben Mosier. Getting good position down low and just can't get it to go. He's upset about that. That was a good take. Just couldn't get it to finish.
Just bodied Peter.
And John Terry will be aggressive, and he'll get fouled shooting 2 and just... Who?
John. Oh, no, it was on the floor.
Yeah,
My mistake.
no. Yep, he was on the floor, but now this is a shooting foul, and he'll go to line, shooting 2. Terry's just playing very aggressive. And like
Very
I said,
fast.
down low, Jonathan Terry has to be close to 10 boards. Owen
Yes.
Ross has to be close to 10 boards.
I have Terry down with 7 boards and the Ross down with 9 boards. That could easily be wrong, but that's what we're going with.
Yeah, and they're basically all on the offensive side of things.
Yep.
So Chieftains, like I said, just need to find a way to stop the Terriers from getting these second chance looks. As John Terry's first free throw is up and good, and now checking in, getting his first minutes is number 12 for the Terriers, Jackson Clark.
Terry's gotten 10 points now.
JT starting the game off hot. Second free throw is up. No good. Wet water fighting for it, but it will be rebounded by Everett Mosier. It looks like there'll be a foul on the floor, and I believe that'll be on
Toe tap.
Tony Totap. Jack Ravino, I believe his first or second of the game.
Yes.
And it'll be Chieftains ball.
Press.
Yep, Terry's going for press now. Let's see if the Chieftains can find a way to break it. Everett Mosier will bring up the floor, and he easily breaks it. So the Terriers just back off a little, and Eben Mosier finds a good finish. That's 7 for him.
A little lazy by the Terriers.
And Jamison Nystrom playing fast, looking to drive baseline. Marrow is there. Gives it to Terry. Terry looking, has Mosier guarding. Gives it to Gravino. Gravino. Oh, bad pass. Did not know who he was passing to there. It is stolen by Everett Mosier. Good little take. No good. And Wetwater almost gets it. It will be TTP, two-turn Poppy with the rebound. And it'll be Hance with the pull-up J, and it is good. Kagan Hance finding his first bucket of the night. That's 2 for him.
Quick 6-point run by Chieftains right now.
Yep, Chieftains now down 14. And it's just a little under 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Jack Ravino with it, finding Jonathan Terry. He'll say, I'll pull this one up too, and he'll say splash. JT having a hot start to this game. As, I believe, yep, Chieftains calling the timeout.
Good to see from John. He struggled last game. He only scored 5 points, and he already has 12 right now.
Not making a comeback game, like Max said, for the last one. As, yep, Chieftains call their second timeout of the ball game. Rapinati just trying to give him some words of encouragement to clamp Big O and JT up down low.
Yeah.
That's what you got to be saying to him. As Coach Chadwick has to be fired up from his team's performance so far.
Yes, much, much better from Tuesday night.
For sure, for sure. As, yeah, Brandon Rose, like I said, started off hot with 9.
Yes, he has 3 threes.
Second leading scorer. And Terriers are back out on the floor. Looks like Wetwater, Dearborn, and Jackson Clark. Bench players all coming in, and sticking out are 2 starters, Nystrom and Terry.
Both listed by the South Burlington Free Press as players to watch this year for all of Vermont basketball. As both are very impressive basketball players. Nystrom only a junior also, and he still has what should be a very good senior campaign next year.
As Chieftains inbounding the ball, Terriers sticking with full court press. Chieftains bringing up the floor. Back to Mosier. Everett Mosier with the ball, dribbling at half court, guarded by Dearborn. Hance finding Aliman. Good dish to Everett Mosier, good drive and good finish. And Everett Mosier now with 5 in the ball game. Good take there by Mosier and good cut as Nystrom bringing it back up the floor. Good spin, good fake as he finds Jackson Clark with a 3-ball. Good take, no good. And Eben Mosier will find it, the rebound.
Peter gets tip.
As Everett Mosier bringing up the floor. He's going to play aggressive here. He's going to take it, and that will not finish, but there is Wetwater Camel with his first rebound of the game. And bringing it back up the floor is the Terriers. They'll find Jackson Clark in the corner. Good dish to Wetwater, and Eben Mosier with a good block, but looks like he found a little bit of contact, and that has to be his third. He's finding himself in foul trouble, and he's really the Chieftains' only big.
Yeah.
You do not want to lose him.
I think that was on him.
I believe that's his third foul. As Peter Camel go to the line shooting 2, first free throw's up. No.
Camel's sister, a phenomenal basketball player, had a couple double-doubles this year as only a freshman. Peter, both of them just super tall kids. Peter's 6'3", I believe, and Laura's 6'1".
As checking in for the Chieftains is Reed Herkowitz.
Peter looking for his first points of the game.
If he hits this, I'm not saying bang. I was going to say wet. As Kagan Hance with the rebound. And bringing up the floor is Everett Mosier, finding Brandon Rose, and that's his spot this game. 3-ball, no good. Chieftains almost getting it. Actually, they're still fighting for it. And TTP, Two Current Poppy, will get the rebound as the Terriers are trapping him in the corner. He hucks up to Rose, and Rose finds Herkowitz down the court. Good dish back to Rose. Layup is up, and Brick City, but
No, over the back.
Over the back on Rose. He's upset about missing that layup.
Worst case scenario right there for the Chieftains. It looks like Jesse Darrow checked in for, I believe, Jack Carino on that last play. Maybe nice play. I wasn't sure. But missed that note. And now Jake Moore just checked in for Wetwater Camo, Mr. Pistol Pete. Darrow's at the line now to shoot 2. So he got fouled on the last possession.
Yep, Chieftains find themselves in bonus. But looks like we're about to be at the end of the first half.
Yes.
As Darrell's free throw's up, no good. And Aliman is there for the rebound. Bring up the floor. Looking, finding Rose.
It's his spot.
He'll instead kick it back to Aliman. Aliman finds Rose. 3-ball. He is not afraid to shoot it. And that is cash.
4
and
now.
Brandon Rose now with 12 points on the night. Chieftains still in this one, only down by 11. They just need to find a way to stop the Terriers offensively. As Terry almost getting stripped by Mosier, and it'll stay Terriers' ball. And there he is, number 23, Patrick Baby. And he'll check in for Terry.
Baby.
Has a little over a minute remaining. Has a bad pass by Barber, and it almost rolls out, but Dearborn is there to fall on it. He'll find Barber. Barber giving it back to Dearborn. Dearborn bringing up the floor. And he'll find Daryl. Daryl looking, and almost another good strip by Everett Mosier. And Daryl to good save, good hustle, and Dearborn will drive. He'll take a floater.
That's
and it is
his
good.
thing.
Colby Dearborn, yep, he is.
His floater is killer. His little floater off the 2 elbows of the foul line are absolutely insane. They're unguardable. I've tried.
And Terriers still keeping their lead steady with 13 over the Chieftains as Barber and Aliman fighting it for it.
It's a scary thing to fight, that big Barb.
Yep, you do not want to fight the Barb, as looks like timeout, I believe, on the Terriers. They're second of the ball game. And, yeah, it's still a little over 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter. But Chieftains, down by 13, not doing a bad job offensively. Finding some looks. Brandon Rose starting this game off hot, but the Chieftains have showed no sign of slowing down this Terriers offense. And the Terriers have just played so very aggressively this first half and have been hitting the balls from deep. And like I said, I mean, they've been hitting the ball good from deep, but this team is biggest and best offensive play is when they're down low and they're dominating down low. And they're doing that earlier with the second chance looks.
Yes.
And the Chieftains just need to find a way to stop it.
Yes. All of what you just said is 100% correct.
As the Terriers have the ball, 30 seconds remaining. Dearborn bring it up. I want to see a third buzzer beater this season from him.
Yeah.
As Daryl with the ball.
It's not the third quarter, though.
That is
only
true.
hits those in the third.
2 for 2 in the third. As another foul on the Terriers. That was number 3, Reed Herkowitz. And
I believe it's 1 and 1.
yeah, I would say. I thought they were in bonus, and they are. And Jesse Daryl will go to the line to shoot the free throws.
Let's see if
Daryl can hit him. Raising the guns up. First free throw. Bang! It is good. Jesse Daryl has, I believe, his first bucket, and that is 42 now for the Terriers. Keeping their offensive hot streak going. Second free throw's up. Bang! It is good. And that is now 43 for the Terriers. 2 for 2 on the free throws with Jesse Daryl. It's Herkowitz bringing it up the floor. Looking.
15 on
Finding
the clock.
Aliman. To Rose. Rose almost taking a Steph Curry 3.
Yeah.
As he finds Everett Mosier. 8 seconds remaining. Mosier's going to want the last shot, I will believe, as he finds TTP.
I don't know.
Back
Rose
to
is
Mosier.
hot.
Oh, Mosier getting a good look. He'll take it. No good. Fighting for the ball, both teams, and that'll be the end of the first half. Terriers starting off strong offensively with a 15-point lead. They have 43, Chieftains 28, and a good first half. We'll be right back for the start of the second half. And we are back for the start of the second half. Terriers up 43-28. We want to do a quick shout-out to our man Spank. Spank just got out of silver and rainbow. He almost joined us tonight, but we said, Spank, best R6 player. But here we go. We're back at it. Chieftains start with the ball. Brandon Rose with the ball, guarded by Nystrom. That's Rose finding Everett Mosier. Rose with it. Give it to Herkowitz. You can find Spanker. That's Spanker 2003 anywhere. Stolen by the Terriers. Nystrom bringing it up. Nystrom Goodell. Good dish. And
Jay
easy
Goodell.
for Jay Goodell, as they like to call him. And that's his third bucket. 45-28. Terriers up by 17. Quick math. As Mosier, good take and good defense by LaRosse. Straight up. No foul there. And John Terry with the ball now. Look at Goodell. Goodell, good take. And it is good. That is 8 for Jackson Goodell. 2 quick buckets to start the second half. He's having a game. As Herkowitz now with the ball.
Terry leads all scorers, though, with 12 still, and he has 7 boards, and the Ross working for that another double-double with 9 boards and 4 points.
And Brandon Rose as well for the Terriers. He has 12 as well.
Yes.
And they're both doing great jobs with their teams as Everett Mosier with the ball kicks it out the hands. Chiefs just having a tough time to set up some open shots as Terriers playing great defense. Herkowitz to Mosier, Mosier to Rose. Guarded by Nystrom as Hance kicked it down low to Mosier. Back to Hance. Shot is up, no good. Owen LaRosse the rebound. And Terriers quick dish up the floor to Goodell. And stuffed by Everett Mosier as Goodell.
Fly.
Good block there by
Pinned
Mosier
him.
as he's able to backboard stuff Goodell. And shot up by Rose. And it'll be a foul on Nystrom.
Ross now has 10 boards. Halfway there.
No, it wasn't a foul on Nystrom.
Maybe a travel?
Yeah,
No.
probably a travel, yep.
Foul on Reed.
Herkowitz.
Yes.
Foul on Herkowitz as Nystrom brings it back up the floor. Nystrom getting a good stream by LaRosse. Pull up Jay, no good. Rebounded by Hance.
That's his
Dish
bread
it
and
to
butter.
Mosier.
If he's hitting.
Mosier, bring up the floor, looking, finds Hance. Hance will say, I'll take this 3-ball. Shots up, and it is good.
Dang.
Kagan Hance now a 5 on the night, and is now,
in Mr. Johnny Terry's mouth.
yep, it is now 47-31. Terriers up by 16, and it'll be out on Jonathan Terry, and it'll be back in the Chieftains' possession. As look at Evan Mosier, he'll take it up the floor.
Sleeping a little bit.
As Herkowitz looking to get a cut, and Jackson Goodell was all over that, and it will be Jamison Nystrom with the steal, giving it to Terry, and stripped from Terry, but it'll stay Terriers' possession.
Jeb, what are the odds we see a dunk tonight?
I'm not down. I don't think we're gonna see a dunk tonight. I
No
don't
dunk
think tonight's
tonight? No
tonight,
dunk
but you
tonight?
never know. I'll stay positive. We could see one. It is possible, but that's gonna have to be on a fast break, and we'll
Yeah.
see if that can happen tonight. As Nystrom looking, finds Gravino. A dunk would be awesome though.
That would be nice.
That'd be hype me up again. Round 2.
You taking it from Terry?
I'm taking it from Terry. I'm taking it from Tony. Tony may try it.
What about LaRosse?
Owen could try it if he really wants to go for it. As Gravino almost getting another 3. LaRosse can do it. He can dunk too. As Hance bringing up the floor. Looking. Finding Mosier. Mosier back to Hance in the corner. Good 3-ball. Good take. No good. Rebounded by LaRosse. Nystrom bring up the floor. Jackson just looking for that full court pass. Almost got another easy bucket. As
Coast to
Nystrom will
coast?
take it and
No.
just unlucky bounce.
Good
LaRosse
work
and
by
Mosier
LaRosse.
fighting for the ball.
Someone got popped.
Yep.
James got popped.
Foul on Nystrom. Foul on Jameson, and it'll be Chieftain's ball.
I thought
As-
James got hit.
Who knows? But it will be Chieftain's ball. As
Oh, good
Jackson
steal.
Goodell almost getting a steal. I believe he did get the steal. We couldn't quite see it. He did. Good play there defensively. On high alert was Jackson
cut.
Goodell, and even a better
Oh,
dish.
that was a
And
great
almost
cut.
getting the finish is Owen LaRosse. He was looking for a foul. Didn't get it, but it'll be Chieftain's ball. Terrors sticking with the full court press. And Chieftains will break it fast as Everett Mosier will drive the floor. Pumps it. Finds Herkowitz. Good pump fake by Herkowitz.
That would miss travel.
Rose with the pull up. No good. Rebounded Nystrom. And he'll bring up the floor and he'll dish it all the way up to Gravino. Gravino looking. Finds a good dish to Terry. And it looks like he'll be pushed in the back. And he'll go to the line shooting 2 as Terry looks to get 14 on the night. Starting the first half strong.
Chadwick saying, keep your eyes up, boys.
As Herkowitz will find himself hitting the bench.
You can see Coach trying to keep his bench hype because, like I said, no student section. Anyone who sees Mr. Fraunfelder or Mr. Broadley,
Tell him we need a student section. We need
Yeah.
it, especially come playoff time. We need it.
Exactly. I expect to see a couple home playoff games for this Terriers team, and a student section would be great. So at Mr. Fraunfelder, let us have some fun.
As Booker Kagan will be subbed out as well, and checking in is TTP, two-turn Poppy, but Owen LaRosse getting the offensive rebound, and I believe that's 10 for him tonight. As
6
a
and
bad
12.
pass by the Chieftains, and the Terriers get another chance offensively, and Goodell with a good three-pointer, shots up, and it's good.
Straight cash, homie.
Jackson Goodell having a good night shooting. He's got to be around 70%. He is very good with the shots tonight.
11 now for
Yeah,
him.
11 for him. Very good night. Let's see if he can have a 20 game. As Rose looking, finding
Out of bounds.
Caleb
Terriers
Merrill.
ball.
Yep, out of bounds. Terriers just on both sides of the floor, and I can't tell you. Like I said, I will tell everyone from all around the state, the Terriers can hang with anyone when their offensive presence is down low underneath the paint, and especially when they're shooting like they are
Yes.
tonight. They can hang with anyone.
When they can shoot well, their offense is unbeatable. But if they're not hitting, it's a struggle sometimes.
Exactly. And John Terry with the ball, top of the arc, guided by Everett Mosier. Gives it to Gravino. Gravino
good
looking,
dish.
finds Owen LaRosse.
See what
Gets
LaRosse
good
can
position.
do.
He'll take it. Why not? And Jackson Goodell with the offensive
everywhere.
rebound, finding
Johnny?
Jonathan Terry. 3-ball. No good. Jackson Goodell with another offensive rebound, finding Nystrom. 3-ball Nystrom. That's cash, isn't it?
Oh,
no, that's a break.
clank.
But John Terry is there. Gets the offensive putback, and it is up and good.
14 for
JT
Terry.
with 14.
Little clank by Nystrom.
And number 11, Austin Kubasek with the ball. Give it to Evan Mosier. And Everett Mosier
Thought
looking.
about it.
Good screen for his brother. Mosier. Bad dish. Marrow.
Threw it to the third guy on the bench.
Yep, Marrow just went away from the ball, and yep, it'll be Terriers' ball as Walker James will check in for the Terriers.
Walkie-talkie.
And also, we have another substitution getting ready to go. It's Jake Moore, but
Jeb center.
yep, my center as Nystrom with the ball.
Ross wants it.
Walker James with the ball.
Terriers have struggled to find the Ross on that block so far this year, and I think 90% of his points, come on second chance buckets, as he just says, if you're not going to give it to me, I'll get my own points.
Yeah, definitely has JT with the ball looking. Oh, 3-ball. Front rims it. The good shot, though. As Walker James now with the ball, and foul on the floor. I can't quite
11.
see who was on. Yep, number 11. That is Austin Kubasek, and that's his first foul of the night. And we also have a substitution for the Terriers. Checking back in is Booker Kagan. Kagan Hance, and subbing out is Seti.
And
Evan Mosier.
LaRosse out for Jake Moore. Bad pass.
And Jackson Goodell with the ball
Goodell just everywhere.
as he hands it off to Terry. Terry looking, and dishes it to James. Almost getting stolen, though, by Kubasek. Walker James with the ball. Gives it to Terry. Terry, good drive. He's definitely going to take it. He does. And JT with a strong finish. That's 16 for him. He's going to have a 20-piece, most definitely.
That's a grown man move right there.
As
He's gonna
Merrill
pull it.
with the shot. 3-ball. Clank has TTP with the ball.
Good
And
hustle,
fighting
Walker.
for it is Walker James and Everett Mosier. Jump ball, and that is Terriers' ball. That's what we like to see. Physicality from the Terriers. As checking in is number 3, Reed Herkowitz for Everett Mosier. And Chieftains starting poorly with the fouls the second half, already with 4. As Jake Moore with it down low, and he'll get stuffed by Kagan Hance. And jump ball again, and that'll go to the Chieftains. Good stuff there by Booker as he gets a good block.
You at home, check into Vermont Local Sports on Facebook to see all of Christy Lee's pictures from tonight's game. She normally has some awesome pictures. You have to be a member of the group to see them and save them, but she will let anyone in if you request it.
Nice Nystrom with the ball. Gives it to JT.
Maybe?
Oh, almost getting us out of our seat. John Terry, though, says, I'll take the easy lay. And that's 18 for him. Kagan Hance with it. 3-ball. He says, why not? Got nothing to lose, and he'll hit it. Kagan Hance, that's 2 threes for him tonight, and now he has 8. 8 points respectively as Walker James now with the ball. He'll take it, and a good layup, and that's and 1. Walker James with a good take, and he's going for the line. That's his first bucket of the night, 2 for him.
Now all we need, for everyone at home who cares, we need Patrick Barber to score, Wetwater Campbell to score, and Jackson Clark to score. And then all the Terriers will have scored in tonight's game.
As Colby Dearborn checking in for Jackson Goodell's, he'll hit the bench. And Walker James, and 1 free throw is good. And has now 61-34, Terriers leading.
The old-fashioned three-pointer.
As bringing up the floor is Kubasek slipping, finding Merrill. Merrill to Hance. Hance looking. Finding Merrill again. Merrill to Herkowitz. He says, why not? 3-ball. Front rims it. Jake Moore's there. Jamison Nystrom bringing up the floor. Finding Dearborn. Dearborn looking. Almost getting a good dish to Jake Moore. And I think Herkowitz most definitely stepped out of bounds. And it'll be Terriers' ball down low. And checking in is Jesse Darrell for the Terriers.
J-Mo.
For Jamison Nystrom, Hill at the bench. And now checking in is Brandon Rose for TTP, Elise Stoll-Aliman. And Brandon Rose, the Chieftains leading scorer with 12. Checks back in.
This is Colby's quarter.
Over Dearborn, front rims it. Walker James is there for the rebound. He'll go back up for it. No good. Brick. Jake Moore with it.
Yeah, Jake.
Jake Moore is a sleeper. He is so slept on with those offensive rebounds and just rebounding in general.
Yeah, Jake.
And he gets the block.
No,
playing
sir.
Both sides of the floor. And Walker James now with it as Chieftains playing some good defense. And
Moore's now got 8 points.
yep, couldn't quite see what happened. Jake Moore, he is a very good role player. And I believe the Chieftains, I think he might have. But Chieftains calling the timeout. 63 Terriers, 34 Chieftains. And this is just all Terriers not letting the foot off the gas offensively. And if you're a Terriers fan at home, that's what you love to see, especially off coming a rough loss to Rivendell couple of nights ago.
Could have been a win, should have been a win, but, learn and move on, and looks like Terriers have learned from that.
Yeah, I mean that
Moved on well.
Even with that said, that Rivendell squad is a very good squad.
Yes.
Kyle Carter.
Impressive.
Yes, very impressive.
18. What do you have? 21 points, and he
21
only
points.
played. I
Only
think
played
2.5 quarters.
Yeah. They're
Probably
definitely
3.
most likely going to be the Division 4 champs in the state.
12-0. Incredible Rivendell squad. They're always good.
As both teams coming back on the floor. Looks we have a player change from who was last down there. Checking in number 23, the fan favorite, Patrick Bailey. He'll check in. And the Chieftains will keep their same 5 that was in before.
One of the best linemen in the state,
Most
Mr.
definitely.
Bailey.
He's headed the shrine. Congrats, Patrick Bailey.
So is my co-host, Mr. Monnier.
Yes, sir. I'm excited for it.
So is Mr. QB1, 22, John Terry.
John Terry as well. He's heading the shrine. Congrats to him. As Terry's passing it back in. Walker James with the ball. Finding Colby Dearborn. Dearborn looking.
Captains of your Terriers team, 23, Patrick Barryberry. And
Dearborn, good shot, as you're saying.
And 22, John Terry. Terry, captain last year as well, carried over this year. And Barber, first-time captain of the football team and of this basketball team. Great leader.
Yes, indeed. He is a great leader. Yeah, great player as well. But the shot by Dearborn was no good. It was a foul on the floor before the shot went up. But it'll stay in Terry's possession as
This is quarter.
Dearborn with the ball, going for a little underhand lay, and goes last off on him, and it'll now be Chieftains' ball.
That was all designed so you can have a buzzer beater after this Chieftains possession. I'm telling you right now.
23 seconds left in this third quarter. Chieftains looking to get a shot up. They have been clamped all quarter long, and Kagan Hance will bring it up the floor, looking to get a shot. He'll find Marrow in the corner. Hance back to Rose, almost getting a steal is James. Good hustle.
Superman dive.
Yep, Kubicek with the ball. Back to Rose. Rose looking. Layup.
No shot.
And, yep, no shot. Foul on the floor. Believe it'll be on James. Yep, it will.
James.
That's only the second foul for the Terriers in this second half. Very good.
James, I think he's too fast, and I don't think he's realized how fast he is, and he overruns himself a lot, but that's not a bad thing. Once he goes into that speed, it'll be a fun thing to watch. Good save
by
Jake Moore.
Hype me up, Jake.
Shoot it.
As timeout, Terriers. Good timeout call, actually.
End of the
End of the third. My apologies. That'll be Terriers 63, Chieftains 34.
Checking back in. Sorry, excuse me, Jeb.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Checking back in. Wet water camel. Two-top Tony and Jackson Clark.
Yeah, Mac, you can cut me off anytime. Wet Water's checking back in.
Yeah.
No worries.
It's more important.
As Terriers, like we said, foot on the gas all game with 63. I mean, Mac, you want to run over the stats for the Terriers?
A lot of them. So, starting from the bottom, number 30, Colby Dearborn, 2 points. Number 24, Jake Moore, 8 points. Number 22, Jonathan Terry with 18. Yes, 18. Number 21, Jackson Goodell with 10 of his own. Number 15, Olin LaRosse with 6, 11 boards, and 3 blocks. Doing all the stats tonight. Number 11, Walker James with 3. Number 4, Jesse Darrow with 2. Number 2, Jamison Nystrom with 7. And number 1, Jack Ravino with 2 threes.
And like we said, for the Chieftains, Brandon Rose with 12. Evan Mosier with 7. Kagan Hance with 8. And Everett Mosier with 5. And another player who is sitting out for the Chieftains, a couple. We have Tanner Swisher. He's sitting out with an ankle injury. Player to watch as he's only a freshman. Another being Jake Goodman, representing P Block. He has an injury. Let's hope he comes back soon. Jake Goodman, as the Chieftains bring it up the floor. Evan Mosier with the ball, finding Everett Mosier.
Good block.
Stuffed by Tony, and good save by Olin.
He was out
of bounds. But good stuff by Jack Ravino. Says, get that out of here.
Those size 15 clown shoes got in the way there.
As it'll be Chieftains ball. Evan
Good
Mosier with
steal,
it. Good strip by Jamison Nystrom. He'll go up for it. Layup, and he'll be fouled. There we go, J-Mo. Way to play aggressive. That's what you like to see, and he's going to the line shooting too.
He wanted the end one there. You can tell by his reaction. Jamison's probably the most competitive person I've ever met.
And Jamison, he's never the highest usually with scoring, but the thing about him that makes him so good is that he can do anything on the floor. He can play D, he can dish the ball, and he can still shoot. He doesn't shoot it much. That's the only reason he doesn't score much, because he's doing all the other things, dishing it.
Freshman year, he was the point guard for this Terriers team. I don't think he scored more than, well, in one game he had 20, but other than that, I don't think he scored over 10 points. And all he did was dish the ball, and I think he had about 10 assists every game. That's just how he is. He wants to see his players score. He's happy with scoring himself, but I think he'd rather see everyone else scoring around him. In comes Dearborn.
Yeah, just like we say every game, he's a very true point guard. Just
Him
very
and his
good all
sister.
around. Yes, for sure. As Dearborn checked in, I believe.
Yes,
Yep.
him and both his sisters. Little shout out to Abby Nystrom, 28 in her middle school game.
That's what you love to see. As Everett Mosier with the ball. Looking. Finds Brandon Rose. That's his thing. The 3-ball. No good. Almost rolls in.
Wetwater.
Wetwater with the rebound. We love to see it. And Jack Carvino
Can
bring
Pistol
it
get
back
on the
up the
board?
floor. Jack Carvino looking. Gets a good screen by LaRosse. And LaRosse with the pick and roll. LaRosse going up.
LaRosse says, I want that.
No good. Off
Touch
last
him.
on the Terriers, and it'll be Chieftain's ball.
All right. From now on, all I want to see is Wetwater get a bucket.
Now, fans at home, you need to be cheering Wetwater bucket. We
Yes.
need a Peter Camel
Yes.
bucket.
When he scores, I expect everyone to say it.
As Everett Mosier with the ball, finding Herkowitz. Herkowitz back to Evan Mosier. Evan Mosier.
Ooh, good
pump.
move.
And it is good. Evan Mosier, there you go. And that is now 9 for him. Good job there by Evan Mosier to get Ellen LaRosse jumping.
Textbook up fake and step through.
Jackson Clark trying to find LaRosse down low. Bad pass, and Everett Mosier has it now.
Says cookies.
He'll bring it up the floor. Finds Herkowitz. Good 3-ball. Shot is up. Front rim, no good. And
Wetwater?
Wetwater with the save. Good save by Peter Camel. Dearborn up to Jackson Clark. Good take. And
His
it is
first
good.
bucket.
Jackson Clark finding his first bucket of the night.
We only need 2 more players to score, Mr. Wetwater and Baby. 2
And
fan favorites.
Kagan Hance will pull up. Says, why not? And Jack Carvino with the rebound and dishes it up to Colby Dearborn. Dearborn looking. Good take. Very solid take. And that layup is good for him. And it is just all Terriers right now. Chieftains cannot find a bucket to go. And,
I think they've only scored 4 points in this half.
yep. And that is tough. As Everett Mosier trying to find Evan Mosier. Tries to hit it back to
Wetwater.
his brother. And stolen by Wetwater. Falls in LaRosse's hands. Good dish by Clark. Dearborn's there for another easy 2.
Good to see from him.
And that is now 69 for the Terriers. As
Nice.
checking back in is Terry, Nystrom, James, Daryl, and a fan favorite, Patrick.
Baby! Terry looking for that 20-piece. Barber looking for his first bucket. And then all we will need is Mr. Wetwater to score. And we'll have a filled-out score sheet.
Checking in for the Chieftains, number 5, two-turn Poppy, Elias Stoll-Aliman, as well as number 11, Austin Kubasek, and number 14, Caleb Marrow.
I've said it that we filled out the score sheet twice, but I was wrong. I missed Carvino both times. He hadn't scored, but Jack's hit his 3s tonight, so let's hope for it. Ivan Chadwick told his team first day of practices, if you work hard, you will play. And I guess this Terriers team's working hard because they've all played
Most
every
definitely.
game.
Elias's 3's no good. He'll try and drive baseline, but Jesse Darrell is there. And stolen by John Terry.
Come on,
We
come
can
on.
see it. Go for
Go
it, John.
for it.
Oh, he
Oh,
tries
John.
it. JT, no good. You tried it. We give you the respect
Yes,
for it.
respect.
It's all good, John. I'm going to be hearing about that tomorrow. And Evan Mosier now with it. And John Terry gets it back. John, just get a bucket. Make up for it.
Yeah, hit a 3.
As he
James?
gets maybe assist to Walker James.
Hey.
3-ball. Splash. And it is good. Walker James now with 5.
Randy Moss once said, straight cash, homie.
Most definitely. And Everett Mosier says, why not? He'll take it. No good. Rebounded by Elias. And it'll be stripped. And it'll be a kickball off Aliman. And checking in is Jake Moore, Wells number 33. And we apologize, we don't have the number 33 on here. Not quite sure. We're going to say Evan Kurdzik. That's what we have for the freshman squad. As
Ooh,
Jesse Darrell, a
I'm
good
slipping.
step back. And
Good
cash!
shot, Jesse.
The Young Bucks getting these cash shots.
That was
Walker
a-
James from 3, and now Jesse Darrell with the jumper.
Did he swipe grass?
Ooh, all right. He may have swiped grass, but Evan Kurdzik coming back with a 3-ball of his own. But Terriers was 74 now, maybe having an 80-point game. Jesse Darrell with it, finding Barber down low. Baby! Getting the bucket to go, and that's what you love to see. Is that his first 2?
Yes.
There we go.
And now all we need is Mr. Wetwater. Everyone tell, anyone at the game who's listening, tell Chadwick to put him in.
Marrow with the ball. Finding Kurdzik. Kurdzik take 1 for 1 with a 3-ball. And good drive by the Chieftains.
Double
and
foul.
Yep, foul on the floor. And number 11, Austin Kubasek, will be going to the line, shooting 2. All right. Yep, shooting 2 on the line. Number 11, Kubasek. First free throw is up. It is good, and that's his first bucket of the night. Chieftains now hitting the 40 mark. They go up to the line for the second shot. And it is good. And there we go. That's 41 for the Chieftains. The Terrors bring it back up the floor. Now, if you're at home, let's hope Peter gets in there. We need him in there. We need the wet water bucket. As Barber, another fan favorite, down low. Patrick Barber looking to get a body. And the shot is off. Yep, it is charge on Barber.
Charging bull, Mr. Barber.
As we like to call charges on Barber, charbers.
Charbers.
And we'll be back in the Chieftain possession as...
Oh, maybe Franny's telling him to put him in.
Yes.
Come on.
It is Kubasek with the ball now. Dishes it to Kurdzik.
If you won't give us a student section, at least give us wet water.
Yes. As Mero with the ball. Finding Kubasek. Thinking about driving. Oh, good cut by Everett Mosier and easy layup. And Everett Mosier finds it to go. That's 7 for him. And bringing it back up the floor is Colby Dearborn. That looks like Jackson Goodell's getting ready to go. Dearborn, good spin, and the floater. That's his game.
Okay,
Like Matt
Colby
was saying, Colby Dearborn, just easy flick of the wrist with that floater.
You can't guard his floater. I don't care who you are, you can't guard Kobe's floater.
As Kurdzik,
Again?
splash.
Is that second?
2 for 2 coming off the bench. Yeah, 2 for 2 from 3.
No wet water.
And Walker James with the ball. James looking, finds Dearborn. Dearborn getting a good screen for Moore. And it gets stripped, and that'll be Everett Mosier bringing it up the floor, finding Kurdzik. Actually, that was stolen by Kubasek. Kubasek giving it to Mero. Mero, 3-ball, why not? 3 balls up and good splash. All right, late in these last 3 minutes, the Chieftains coming alive from deep, and it's their bench players.
They just went from scoring 4 points in the last half to now they just scored 6 unanswered.
James dishing it to Daryl.
Barber wants it.
Barber does want it.
Barber
Give it to him.
Barber says throw it up. I'm awesome.
Dearborn floater.
Can't
3
guard
for
it.
3.
I'm telling you, you just can't guard that.
All right, Mac, I'm starting to believe you now. It does look unguardable as he's 3 for 3 with that floater. And Everett Mosier with the ball, finding Kurdzik to Mero.
Barber?
Mero looking,
Point
Barber
guard
guarding.
Barb.
And Walker James, good steal. He'll go up for the layup, underhand, and all right, no good. As Elise
Wrong side of the rim.
Aliman will bring it up, go for the layup. Good defense, Jake Moore. And Mero says, I'll take another 3. Front rims it. Give it to Aliman. Mosier guarding by
Wet
James.
water.
Good jumper. Good defense by James, and it is no good for Mosier. Back to Kurdzik, 3 for 3. No.
A quick release.
Rebounded Daryl. And a minute under.
There he is.
A little over a
there
minute.
He is.
Peter may come in.
Come
as
on.
James down
Come on.
low.
It's okay.
And
yes.
charge.
He's gonna come in. I don't even care.
It is a charge from Jake Moore, and we're gonna have a load of substitutions checking in this last minute. We're gonna say Jackson Clark checking in, Jackson Goodell, who's had a great night with 11 points. Jack Corvino checking in. Corvino also has a nice 5, but checking in is Peter Wetwater Camel.
Come on, Pistol. Give us our bucket. Come on.
See if Terrors can get one more bucket from him, as the Terrors have already 80-piece tonight. Very solid offensive night.
Impressive.
As Mero with the ball. Looking.
Now, you guys know Red Sox, Yankees, Duke, North Carolina, Bears, Packers. February 9th, the Bellows Falls Terriers will travel to Springfield for our version of those rivalries, and that should be a hype game. Unfortunately, we can't do it because it's an away game, but everyone tune in, and if you can, go to that game.
As Dearborn with the ball, finding Corvino. Peter wanted the positioning, and it'll be off on the Chieftains. And it looks like inbounding it will be Jack Corvino. Tears, a little under 30 seconds remaining.
Throw it up to him.
Peter
Throw it up
wants
to him.
Dearborn with it.
Give
Top
it to
of
him.
the arc.
Give it to him.
And Tears might just dribble this one out. Peter really wants it. As
Give
Jackson
it to
Clark
him.
with it. And it is stolen. Oh, fighting for it.
No.
And it's Chieftains ball. Mosier with it. And he loses the ball. And it'll stay Chieftains ball.
I don't
Max
think we're
holding
gonna
his
see
breath.
it.
We just want a camel bucket.
Come on. Peter, hit a half-court shot.
Mosier with it. Finding Aliman. Looks like Chieftains may get the last shot up here.
Oh,
and it'll fall for Kurzik. 8 off the bench, and Peter, give him a full court shot. Nope. Tony says, respectfully, I'll dribble this one out. And that'll be the end of the ball game. Terriers with a big win on top, improving their record to 8-3. Chieftains will fall to 8-5. Terriers 80. Chieftains 53. As always, we like to thank everyone who tuned into the Fact TV live stream. We really appreciate it, and we will see you guys next game. Thank you very much, and have a good night.